Last month, Blxckie dropped his second studio album called The Formula. And after listening to the entire album, I went ahead and did some research on what drum kits, VSTs, sounds, or effects that I believe may have been used on some of the beats on this project. So on this video, we're going to be breaking down a few songs which I've picked on the album. We're also going to be using genius.com as a reference on which ones are popular. Before we start the video, please make sure you hit these two buttons to help support the channel. So a quick rundown on the album. There's actually 5 songs which are produced by Swervo, and the key of these songs is mostly in minor. So looking at the first track, called Freestyle, which is produced by Swervo, the melody was kind of hard to pinpoint on the song, but I was able to find an up guitar which is similar to what Squeeze's beat uses on his samples, and I was able to find some strings which I believe were used on the melody. The up guitar that I found is from Context. The bank is called Cinematic Instruments Grand Hub, and this is what it sounds like. Now for the strings, you can find those on Nexus 3. There's a factory bank that contains a variety of them. You can mess around with the settings, reverb, and just have fun with the strings. Now to capture the same vibe as the melody on the song, you can process these two sounds using a halftime and a Fab Filter EQ3 to roll off some low mids. Now you can adjust the halftime and use some of these top settings here to get a different vibe. Now moving on to the drums, there's actually no kick on the song. The 808 is a Spins 808. The hi-hat, snare, clap, and other percussive stuff can be found on these two drum kits. The coded Reddit drum kit and this Wheezy shows the screen drum kit. I'll leave the links in the description below. So looking at track 2, Ronda, which is also produced by Swervo, the main melody here is the strings. The main one is the strings, those Lex Luger strings. There's also like a Rhodes sound which is resonant below. And for the strings, you can get those on Nexus 2 or Nexus 3. I'm going to show you a little demo on Nexus now, which I'm going to go through a few strings just to show you the ones you can pick from. And then for the Rhodes, there's an awesome plugin called Laser Lounge, which is used by producers like Freestyle for Something Soweto and them. It's an awesome one, you should check it out. It has this Rhodes sounds that all feeling on the Rhodes, and there's also a bank on Contact 5 which is called Scarby Mark 1, which is also awesome. And then for the drums, bro, you gotta go on YouTube, type in how to make filthy type of beats, to get that distorted type of 808, to get the technique of how to make that. You can actually go on YouTube and search it out. There's tons of videos which can show you that, but I'm gonna share 2 drum kits which I know for sure has these type of sounds. The first one is by Shorter Beats, it's called Whole Lotta Red, and the second one is called Futurism by Louis Finn and Cryptic. I'll leave the link in the description below. So moving on to track 3, Werrkk. This one has that hyper pop feel which is popular around artists like Lil Uzi Vert, Playboy Carti, Yachi, a lot of those artists. And to capture this type of melodies, you can either go on YouTube and just type how to make Starboy, Otterton Tobias, Ken Kasin type of melodies, or you can use Serum, which is the go-to plugin for most producers when it comes to this style. And it's an awesome plugin. Go through different presets. You can kind of get some free presets online as well which have these type of sounds to get around these type of melodies. And for the drums, I suggest that drum kit, the Whole Lotta Red drum kit. It has these type of sounds and it will help you achieve this type of sound. You can mix it up with any other drum kits like Cryptic ones because it has that dark texture, snares and 808s as well. So yeah, go cop those 2. Links are in the description. And moving on to Triple S, the main melody here is similar to the one they use on the Drake Migos song Walk It Like I Talk It. You can find the string on Omnisphere 2. There's a one called Celestial Orchestral. You can also use Expand 2, which has awesome pads which sound similar to the one they used on the song. Now for the drums, I highly suggest that you go get one of Cryptic drum kits. He's this producer from Germany. He has these awesome drum kits and they're similar to what's been used here on the song. The textured 808s, those crunchy 808s, the hi-hats, those rim shots like snares. Just go cop one of his kits. I have Futurism. I think he has Sound Science too. I'm gonna leave the link in the description to one of his page. So moving on to the last song on this video, Together, which is also produced by Swervo. This one has a lot of pads and strings, and for pads and strings I always go to Purity, which is awesome for this, Nexus or Expand. Those three has some awesome pads that can be usable for this type of style. Another advice I'll give up after listening to most of these songs also is, you gotta understand that Wheezy science when it comes to trap, because this is what Swervo also kind of drives on. Also, you gotta understand that Filthy Starboy side when it comes to trap as well, because he kind of strives on that as well with the versatility he does have. So you can go watch different tutorials to get those type of feel. For the drums on the song, I suggest to use any of the other kits that I've suggested on the previous songs, because they do have the same sounds. Also, you can just kind of play your 808s not just on a C5 or lower, just play them a little bit higher to capture that feeling. If you listen to the song by Blxckie here and Aries Snaky, which is produced by Soul Kid Goals, that one has that feel. Also, you can hear the 808s are hitting at the top octave. So that's another technique that you can use and just kind of do something different, not the usual, and play 808s in some orthodox places when it comes to production. So yeah, those are all the tips I'll give you when it comes to this one. But yeah, go cop those drum kits, will help you so much when it comes to the sounds.